There are some major risks when it comes to selling puts. Now, cash secured puts are a great form of making income. You can sell the put, let the stock or option decay, and then you go ahead and collect the premium and you rinse and repeat and do it over and over again, building a little bit of a cash flow machine. Now, all this sounds great in theory from a textbook basis, but there are some underlying risks that people are not aware of or don't think about it in a deeper way. So I'm going to share with you a little insight here about this. So this way you can take a look and make sure that you really understand this. Maybe you've already got it, but if not, pay attention and listen closely, especially if you're brand new to options trading or put selling. Now, if you're brand new here, I'm Sasha, the options coach. I've been teaching people to trade options for the last 10 plus years. And I've got a lot of different classes on put selling. And one of the things we've talked about recently actually was micro trading. And I've chatted this about how people can create a lot of winning situations when it comes to transforming a losing side into a winning side, or meaning like if you're losing in trading and you can go ahead and convert this into winning, doing some micro trading is a good way to do that. Now, the reason I say that is because if you go in and you sell a low delta put. This is where this kind of stems from, is that if you sell a low delta put, it increases your chance of success or winning. So people that struggle, let's say winning or making money in the stock market, oftentimes one of the ways I get them to that hurdle or chat about it is, let's say we go into something like, let's say Robinhood for now. We'll pull up this this stock. Now the stock's down a little bit, but let's say you go out about 30 days here and you can go out and sell a low delta put somewhere way over here. So if the stock is at 77, you could sell a put way down in the 55s. If we do something similar to, let's say the SPY, or actually let's go to XLE, like XLE, XLF, like these energy type things. And again, you can take a peek. So this is an ETF for energy, and it's $54.91. And if we go all the way down here to 47.50, it's about a 5 delta. You only make $10, but you could sell a put all the way over here. Now I've covered this, that, you know, what a lot of people do is they try to sell more aggressive puts. They do verticals, iron condors. They do these strategies, but they're not successful. So how do you actually get to success and make it work? Well, we could start by just transforming somebody into creating a high probability strategy just to build some confidence. Now, there's some problems behind doing this, but the objective might be at the beginning is to get some confidence, because some people, they don't know how to win yet in trading. So what we can do is sell this low delta put way over here, and I might only make $11, you know, at the end of 30 days. It's not a fortune or anything, but it gets me into habit understanding how things work, how I might actually make money, and build in some confidence, because sometimes that's what you need. Same thing here with Verizon. It's up about $1.13. You could do the same thing where you sell a lower delta put way down here, and it creates a winning situation. Now, I've covered this a little bit more in this micro trading class, so definitely check it out on our website if you're interested. We've also dug deeper into this, into our how to sell put premium while you wait for the stock to drop class. So if you're watching this and you're kind of a member and you have access to our classes, then definitely check that out, these classes, because this is where some of this stuff comes from. So in either case, first off, now that we understand what are we trying to do is to build some consistency. Hey, we're collecting $5, $10, $15, $18 from all these lower delta puts. Now, there's a big issue and problem with this, though. Okay, one of the huge advantages that you get with this is that you start getting some wins, because some people struggle, like, how do I actually win in the market? Well, this allows you to get some wins, but the issue is that you're only pooling in maybe, let's just say $12 or $15, depending on what you're doing and what you're selling. So let's say the stock currently, the price is at 80. Okay, so we've got this price, and you might go in and sell that put right over here. And now that you've got this put at 80, sorry, we're going to sell the put, the stock's at 80. We're going to sell the put at maybe 75. Okay, so now that we go in and sell that put at 75, we've got this range. Okay, so this is our range that we've got. But the issue is that we're not collecting a lot. So when you sell that price and you've got this range, you might actually only make, you know, that $10 in here or $15 in here. So even though here on the curve, I've made it to where it looks a little bit bigger, the reality is that when we actually do it and we look at the potential of what you're making, you're actually making a tiny, tiny sliver here of this. And then you've got this risk that's over here that starts to creep up. So here we've got the 75 strike, and your reward, when we start looking at it, your reward is very tiny compared to the amount of risk that you start taking on. And this is really the big danger and problem with this, is that once you start crossing that threshold, the amount that you're making, you might be making $10, $10, $10, $10, bringing this in, but it takes a lot of $10 wins. Okay. And let's just say you've built up, I don't know, $400, and you did a ton of wins. It might have taken you a year or two, and now you're consistent. However, the big danger and problem is that, let's say you get a share assignment on one of these things, and then the stock starts going down. Okay, let's just take, for example, the concept of silver, which was not too long ago. So let me pull that up here. And if we go in, let's just do a grid. Let's see if this will load. Voila. Okay, so if we take a look at silver, which, it had a historic move recently. I'll give you that. It's, it's not likely that this will happen, but I want to just share with you some of the dangers of things that could happen. So here we are in, 2026, this February 11th. So by the time you watch this video, it might be a few months later. But the point here is that when we go in and we see something like this, let's say, the stock price was around 109, even at around 100, and you're selling puts down here at, maybe in the 60s or 70s. Well, here's what happens is that if you get assigned now, like let's say you got assigned, even though this stock right here tanked and crashed and burned, you might have been selling puts. Well, finally, what happened is you actually got assignment over here at around 85. Well, the issue is that this stock may be dropped to 70. So now you got a 15-point move times 100 shares. You got a $1,500 loss. Now, silver, the premium was a little more jacked up. It was a more higher risk stock. So you might have been pulling in like $60, $60, maybe $30, $30, $30, $20, and $20. But the point being is that, you might have only pulled in, let's say $600, but then all of a sudden you get one nasty move against you, and now you're down $1,500. So net, you might be down, between, here, maybe $900 in total, simply for the fact that, you were winning. And all of a sudden now you got this big loss. So that's the fault behind having a high win rate. It's good for an initial, confidence boost, and if you're brand new, it's a good starting point. But the problem is that when you're doing a lower delta put on stuff like this, whether we take silver, Verizon, it doesn't matter which ticker it is. Let's just take a look at silver here for a minute, since we're chatting on silver. If we go in and sell a lower delta put over here now in the, let's say 46, 45, we're only pulling in $20. If I go in just a little bit closer, like that's a 2 or 3 delta. If I go in just a little bit closer to a 5 or even 7 delta, I'm already bringing in like $60, $70. So my point here is that when you go in and do things like this, you're all of a sudden, just by doing a put that's a little worth more, that yes, it might start going against you. But the fact is that when you do win, you're going to be winning a bigger amount. So what you want to start thinking about is that, okay, if we take 3 different variations here, and we take variation 1, 2, and 3, okay, and one of them you're making $10 per round or cycle. Okay, let's assume it's the same ticker and vehicle, and you did that 10 times. Well, you only brought in $100. Okay, another one, maybe let's say it's $30 a round times 10, you brought in $300. Another one is maybe, let's say, $50 a round times 10, you brought in $500. Now the issue is like, let's say you get an assigned amount of shares, and regardless, if it goes down, you got 100 shares, and if it goes down $3, you are going to lose $300, or at least the value of it. Not obviously not until you sell and that kind of thing, but at least the value of it is down $300. Well, the first one, you'd definitely be at a at a loss because you lost 300 or you're down 300 and you made 100, so you're still down 200. The other one here in the middle that you've got, well, you made 300 on the options, but you lost 300 on the stock. And so you're kind of breaking even. You did a bunch of work for nothing. And then the third one and the final one is, yeah, you've got $50 that you've collected, and then you went ahead and you collected $500, but you went and lost still the $300 on assignment, but at least you've built in a cushion or more premium for it. So that's kind of the thing you want to think about, is that there's nothing wrong with selling low or small delta puts, but you want to do it very cautiously and tactically. You can have a mix of inventory like small, medium, and larger delta puts because they all react a bit different. Like over here, in this case, you might have let's just say let's say 70% win rate. Obviously, it depends how fast you rotate. Over here, you might have, let's say, an 85% win rate, and over here, you might have a 95% win rate, right? But obviously, if you rotate faster, you'll have a bigger win rate. So anyway, but my point here is that even though you have a smaller win rate, when you have a closer put, you're able to bring in a little more revenue or a little bit more cushion for when the losses do happen, because the losses will happen. And that's something you want to think about as you go in and start layering these puts in there. Now, of course, you could go in and sell some calls against it to compensate and cushion that. But again, that's another little rotation bit that you have to think about. But the point being is that if you're selling small delta puts a little bit at a time, it can create some problems if you get a nasty move against you in a similar way that we had, like, let's say with SLV. And we pull up that chart, we had this nasty move. Those things happen. Even stuff with like Lulu here, as it keeps going down. You have very similar concepts with, tickers like IBIT here, massive sell-off. Coinbase, all these stocks getting a little more hammered. But the point being is that selling those low delta puts, yes, it gives you further away, and then you get a stock assignment a little bit maybe later on, or you got more range. Maybe you could still win the put, but you're not bringing in a lot of revenue. You're not bringing in a lot of income on those put selling. So if you did it 10 times, maybe one of them you'd win 9 times out of 10, where you get a very small delta, whereas a closer one, maybe you win 7 out of 10, or your chance of getting assigned is a little higher, but you're bringing in a little more revenue. So that way, when you do get assigned, it's a lot better. Anyway, hope you got a little insight here on this video. Truly appreciate you sticking with me. Check out some of those classes, whether it's the selling put premium one or the micro trading one. Check them out if you're interested. Get a little more insight. Check out our classes on our website. And maybe I'll see you in my next workshop class, or feel free to book a little chat with me, a 20-minute call on the website as well. You can check it out, optionsblackbelt.com. Link should be in the description down below, and I will see you next time. Thanks.